Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the second-year man, Josh Allen, and the Buffalo Bills as they take on a man back for a 16th NFL season, Eli Manning, and the New York Football Giants. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see 2 road games to start the season and not have a letdown immediately. You got to fight against that. They've got to come out ready to play.
The children will grow, and it's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Heading out to lead the Giants, as he's done since 2004, Eli Manning. And his hold on the job somewhat precarious coming into the year, but still, look, this is a 2-time Super Bowl MVP and the franchise's all-time leader in passing yards and touchdown passes as well. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a first down. Manning now on first down. Finding his target, it's Cody Latimer. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing is Manning. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. And the offensive starters for the New York Giants.
And everyone's going to be watching running back Saquon Barkley, the rookie sensation in 2018. He will draw all the attention now on offense with Odell Beckham Jr. now in Cleveland.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Shotgun now for Manning. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Manning looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And Tate's got it. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Golden Tate, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Aldrick Rosas on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bills now under third-year man Sean McDermott. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, a 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
To the air, Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. A gain there of 21 yards. Brown signed with the Bills in March. Last year he was in Baltimore, 4 seasons in Arizona prior to that, but they're hoping that Brown can add a lot of speed to this offense, which he should. Last year in Baltimore, 715 yards and 5 touchdowns. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson. And for this offensive unit that we'll see here in just a second, T.J. Yeldon is certainly someone to mention.
Came out of Alabama with a lot of attention, but earned it. This guy is better and better at a lighter weight. Shifty back who can finish with power.
Allen off the play fake. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They go back to the ground now with Yeldon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Manning to Barkley on the draw play. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. Quickly now, a look at the Buffalo defense.
Throw the ball at your own peril when Jordan Poyer is in the lineup. In the last 2 seasons, he's been in the top 10 in interceptions both years and second on the team in tackles in 2018. An all-around terrific center field type of a safety.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Manning. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw is Manning. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
Oh, there's any doubt that that was not a very good throw by Eli. And, you know, part of what happens is he's a little bit of a slinger, all right? He's going to throw it downfield and take his shots. And in this case, it backfired.
Worth noting, you remember 2007 against the Vikings, 3 pick sixes Manning had in that game, tied for the most in a game in NFL history.
So study his career. They've thrown the ball downfield a lot. That's where you'll accumulate a few more interceptions.
Stephen Hauschka for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. New York set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Manning. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And Ingram holds it in. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Manning now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. Up and over. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Pull it high.
These two teams all tied after one. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense, I got from it, and I think you did as well. They weren't real happy.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Now T.J. Yeldon. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that's caught by Smith. And they're going to get the 1st down here across the 15-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
91.
So after the INT, it's Manning. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Manning throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And Latimer's got it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Chopper.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Another try for Barkley, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, and the Giants have taken the lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
Like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. This will be taken very short. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Allen to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking scheme.
Now Brown, he lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants! And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Rosas now to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
From the 40 now on second down. Allen, he's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Play action. Now it's Allen. Over the middle here to Brown. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, we talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And Hauschka missed it. Wide to the right, it's no good. So without making excuses, you have the offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And he'll be be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down. Manning now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw, it's Manning. And they're not able to hook up there, incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
On 3rd and 2, Manning. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there, couldn't hang on. 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again, Manning. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Manning now to throw. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
I'll bet you as they ran out there for that play, the head coach either on his headset or he pulled him aside and told the special teams coordinator, whatever block you've got, pull it out of the bag right now. We need a spark.
When you could just feel it on their sideline, the air just kind of out of the balloon. Now maybe you're right, a spark, a little bit of hope.
That's when the special teams coordinator who works on this ad nauseum, I'm talking about morning, noon, and night, he tried to figure out, okay, where's my best opportunity? Which one do I have? And he pulled the right one and got his team going and hopefully back into the game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Hey, Delta.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. He finds Yeldon. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 11 yards there, 1st down.
56.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen got his target, Pierre Garçon. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Allen now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Let's bring it. Hey, Orbit.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Brown, the lone receiver, left. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Allen again. Eluding the pressure. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. John Brown in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go to the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Here we go. Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Get ready.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Here's Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt. 3-yard return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. Now Manning. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 49. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Is it interesting going into this game? There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that's caught by Beasley. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The first carry for Patrick DeMarco. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line. Of scrimmage.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, it's Allen. And it's caught. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. They come out here in the eye. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Allen taking it himself. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
So the 3 points there gets them a bit closer, but you can bet there's probably some guys on that sideline, Charles, thinking we deserve a better play.
No doubt, Brandon. Those 2 misses earlier are kind of hanging over them right about now. In a tight one like this, if those are makes, then obviously this is a completely different game.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
New York set to take the field. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley, able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. It's caught. Shepard. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Manning now on first down. That's complete left side to Shepard. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 yards and a giant first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. Manning to throw once more. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Saquon Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Manning turns and gives this to Gallman. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Manning. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Cody Latimer, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. That one complete to Yeldon. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Yeldon was always reliable out of the backfield for Blake Bortles, and now he has a chance to help out another young quarterback in the same way in Josh Allen. But you look at the numbers a season ago, 55 catches, almost 500 yards, very sure hands for a running back. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The last catch nearly got him at first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
We got chips over here. Chips over here. Let's go.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Marcus Golden picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jabril Peppers, the former first-round pick, there on the coverage. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Manning now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Ready? 90, Wolf. 39. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer. Faking the give to Barkley. Now Manning. Fighting through pressure. And Tate's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Manning going to come up on 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a...
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Eli Manning with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling, but inside is thinking 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Allen, and he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen, he's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jabril Peppers, the former first-round pick, there on the coverage. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Lorenzo Carter in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Allen now looks to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now Allen. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And he gets it complete to Latimer. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. This is Barkley. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll go to Barkley again. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
To return is Roberts. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Pull it high. That's the gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Manning will take a knee, and that should be the final act in this one. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the second time. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Giants, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.